I just thought it was funny.
All right, we're getting some gold.
He's not here. I had to do it for him.
Getting some gold saucer updates. Triple Triad. An instanced battle hall will be added for each data center.
Yay!
So that means I can like teleport to a hall and face people on other servers?
Sounds like it.
It sounds like it, yeah.
Data centers.
It's because nobody is doing it enough on servers, like localized servers, that they have to open it up. Same thing with Lords.
Triple Triad sucks.
Same thing with Lords of Verminion, which is now going to be added to Duty Finder. And hang on, I gotta pull the show over and just express my irritation with this move, because I just stop to realize and think about the fact that we're getting a Duty Finder for Lords of Verminion before we're getting a roulette for old raids. The old binding coils and the old crystal towers sit and collect dust. No one has a single reason to do them, except maybe they might affect some dialogue options in 3.4. Meanwhile, they could incentivize that very well with some tome bonuses and having a raid roulette. But instead, no. We get Lords of Verminion added to the Duty Finder.
But what, does that mean that we can play... What?
Donation, Nika.
I see.
Yeah, nice job.
Sorry.
Thanks, Evil Hippie. Appreciate
So does that mean that we can play Lords of Verminion without being in Gold Saucer?
Yeah, probably.
Like,
Yeah,
just do it. So they think that the reason nobody wants to play is because nobody wants to go.
That's
off.
correct. Literally.
Yep.
Nika just defended score. Oh, mute her.
Boy,
she did.
The chat's got pitchforks and flames.
Yeah, you have lost the support of the chat, Nika. You should probably. Evil Hippie and Scape Death are furious for your defense of Skuro.
Oh God.
Did you hear that, chat? Nika just pooped on you.
Pooped on them. Yes, I did.
Wow.
Seriously though, literally this conversation happened at SE where Yoshi walked up to his team of yes men and said, "You know what, guys? I think no one's doing Verminion because they don't want to go to the Gold Saucer anymore." And his people were like, "Yeah, that was it. Let's fix it."
You know, part of the I will say part of the reason I don't.
No, it's not.
No,
Don't you lie to me.
But Verminion and Chocobo races is because they're in separate zones.
No,
that you have to zone
liar.
You would not do Chocobo races.
You filthy liar.
Okay, with how much I'm like obsessed with MGP and getting all those cards and shit like that, the fact that like you can actually get quite a few thousand from doing the challenge log of Chocobo races every week, and every week I think about it and I'm like, I don't even remember how to get to the fucking Chocobo zone. Like, it's somewhere in the Gold Saucer, but just by running around to it, I can't get to it.
You're saying you would do it. You would do Verminion and Chocobo racing.
Maybe not Verminion, but if Chocobo racing, if Chocobo racing was right next to the mini Cactpot guy, I would probably do it.
Chocobo racing, I actually don't horribly disagray with. Like, maybe I would do it, but Verminion,
right there,
no.
I might do it.
It's got its own aetherite.
So why are they not putting Chocobo racing in the Duty Finder too? Why? I just Verminion.
Why is there no raid roulette yet? Exactly. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Why are we wasting any more development time at all on anything related to Lords of Verminion? This is objectively an event that failed. Nobody liked it.
I would rather eat 6 dicks than listen to anything from Skoro or his new mouthpiece on the
Wow.
Damn.
Savage.
Look, there is no reason to do Lords of Verminion. It failed. Okay, I don't know why this seems to be some pet project that Yoshi P has held out for.
Because it's on par with Heavensward.
It's stupid. It's really, really bad. It's a bad addition. It's a bad move. They needed to make a move to say, look, like we have an idea of what we're doing with our content, not this shit.
Okay, no, see, it makes sense now that Lords of Verminion have a sponsored team in the FFFL. They need to push it harder, and they need to make it more accessible to everybody. So that's why they're adding it to the Duty Finder. And people sometimes put it in the Party Finder, Raid Roulette.
Do you honestly believe that this is going to get one person to fucking do Lords of Verminion?
I'll do it. That's one person.
You're the problem.
You won't. Yeah, I know you won't.
I'll do it.
No, you so won't. I know.
I'll do it once, and then I'll be justified.
No, it's
Justified.
It doesn't make any sense. This is going to be another portion of the game that never gets any kind of traffic. And it frustrates me because there are other things that we've been waiting for, asking for, and are frankly needed in this game that are going completely ignored by the development staff. How do we get Lords of Verminion Duty Finder before we get any kind of addition of Binding Coil or Crystal Tower to the roulette structure? That doesn't make sense. Give me more of a reason to log in every week. Give me more stuff to do each week. A week is a long time for a reset like that. Man, give me more shit to do.
But if you add raid roulette to the duty.
LOV buffs are a real roundabout way by Yo ship to mine more salt.
If you add the raid to a duty finder, like add a raid roulette, then that's gonna output more tombstones into the game, and that might make imbalances.
What?
Imbalances.
What are you talking about?
Imbalances.
Can you actually bring a real point to the table instead of just talking nonsense? I mean, you're trying to troll here because what you're saying is just fucking stupid. But I would not mind an actual thought or opinion in this instead of you being a fucking smartass. Could we get that? Possibly. I mean,
what defense is there? What can we say? We're like, oh, no, this makes sense because it doesn't. Makes no goddamn sense.
But being a smartass really helps move the discussion along, right?
It's all he's got.
It makes things funnier.
This is this is the part that bothers me the most. There should not be any additions to Lords of Verminion in any way, shape, or form. Honestly, what I need to see from Square Enix at this point is just an admission that section of content failed and was a waste of time and development.
What I want to see is whenever
that they'll never make that mistake again.
Or if
that's
they
what
ever
I want to see.
release that companion app that they did talk about, which I assume they didn't mention in this lab letter, then they remove Verminion from the game and put it on the companion app. I'd be okay with that.
I would like to see empirical data on who is actually doing this to justify
Go to the fucking leaderboards. There are 3 people on the leaderboards on any given server.
So I want to see what they're seeing to justify this shit, because it's
the 3 people that are playing. Or Square Enix.
Square Enix.
No, Square. To me, this has got to be Yoshi P's pet thing.
Okay,
this has got to be something personal.
Maybe he's got a cousin that didn't do so well in school in programming, and he's got felt bad, and that's what.
I mean, come on. But between this and Yokai Watch, fucking.
Okay,
come
Lloyd
on.
in the chat is saying that the reason, obviously, because they own Lords of Vermilion, and they're trying to plug their own game. But
oh my god, that is.
How many people in Lord of
crossover.
Verminion liked it so much that they went out and looked at Lords of Vermilion?
None.
Exactly. So what is the point?
There is none.
Don't try to tell
there
me
really
that's the reason why, because that's bullshit. You didn't ask for this.
Like I said, I mean, between this and Yokai Watch, how much, if I found out that Lords of Verminion and Yokai Watch was the reason that we were getting 2 dungeons every patch instead of 3, honestly, would that wouldn't bother you at all? Because I honestly feel like we didn't get half of this cutesy, kitschy bullshit in 2.0.
Nope.
We didn't get a quarter of this, and yet our content is taking a serious hit in Heavensward, and we get twice the amount of cutesy, kitschy bullshit. You have to wonder, at what point was time and development divested from good, legitimate areas of this game and put into this nonsense? And how much longer do we have to put up with it? I mean, can we get confirmation that this can end in Heavensward? That we're gonna that the development team is not going to continue on dumb development pursuits like Lords of Verminion that have objectively failed? I mean, because we spent a good 20 minutes at the top of the show going over why we would think they would justify the changes to the raid structure. And we're like, oh, well, they're looking at the numbers. They're looking at the data. Well, if they're actually looking at data, why are they doing anything with Lords of Verminion? They shouldn't be doing anything with it. That's a waste of time. No one cares about it.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, because no one's doing it, they wasted all that development time and man hours creating it. So now they want to put more man hours into it so people start doing it.
But at what point do you
The
just say
sunken cost fallacy.
it's a gangrenous wound and just cut it off and let it go?
And that's the thing. We've seen other content that has gone by the wayside, that they've stopped supporting, that they could have found ways to continue supporting, and that the community actually liked. Triple Triad was well received by the community. It's fallen off recently, but it hasn't received as much support as we thought it would. 6 cards per patch is not exactly a lot of additions to that system. But objectively, way more people were playing Triple Triad, and they've let that fall off a long time ago. So why continue on this?
I wouldn't complain if I saw a big addition to Triple Triad, like a new tournament feature or something cool and big for Triple Triad.
Put Triple Triad into fucking Duty Finder, not Lords of fucking Verminion.
Triple Triad's instance Battle Hall. I think that's their answer to that.
I guess, but I mean, this just is really, really pointless. And even if it took half a day, this is a waste of development time for Square Enix and a bad pursuit on their part. So there is also going to be more jumbo Cactpot. Players can now purchase more tickets for a maximum.
Lose more money.
Who does the jumbo?
I forget about the jumbo.
I do it every week.
I don't.
Do you?
I win a whole 30 MGP every week.
I forget to
Do you win that, or is that how much you get, and then you're down and down? You have negative 70.
Even if I do it, I forget to reclaim the. I forget to claim
it's because it's so far away.
Yeah, that's part of it.
The thing is that the cool thing I guess about this is that you decide, do I pick if you pick the same number 3 times and you win, you win the reward 3 times, I would assume, right? You get 3 million.
I'd assume so.
Yeah, I think so.
So you can choose to do that or to pick 3 different numbers completely. Okay. That's not a bad addition. I'm not going to complain about that.
I just don't know what I would use the MGP on, even if I won.
You just hoard it until they add more stuff.
And the Fenrir mount.
I guess, yeah. That would be the only answer, would be to hoard it until there's more. Yeah. So housing is going to